busy time of year for the New England Revolution. 3 games in 8 days. They've played 2 of them so far. Not incredible, not terrible. A draw in each match, but Revs still 2 points out of second place. Let's recap the first 2 legs. You start by coming back against Chicago and getting a draw at home. Be honest, you probably want 3 points there. The real toughie, though, was supposed to be Wednesday in Atlanta, which it proved to be, but the Revs were able to come back and tie that one as well. So, point in each game. Now, going into the Atlanta game, given that crowd and given that team, you'd say, yeah, sure, we'll take a point. But it's how it happened that maybe makes you feel a little up and down. Revs jump out to a 2-0 lead despite being dominated in the first half, so no surprise, I guess, that Atlanta comes back and takes a 3-2 lead in the 87th minute. It looked like the Revs were going to finish that one with 0 points, but Carlos Gil, who else, in stoppage time, ties it to silence the 40,000 plus on hand at Mercedes-Benz Stadium and give the Revs a draw.
We didn't feel good in any moment, I think. We didn't have the ball. They play many times in our half, so yeah, in the end we keep a point, but we need to play better, and if we want to be one of the best teams, we need to change a little bit this situation.
Carlos didn't like how the Revs played. Bruce Arena didn't like how the Revs played. Great minds think alike. In fact, the head coach and sporting director said that this could be the Revs' one really bad game of the season. I will remind you, the Revs, like everybody else, have lost games this season. Bruce Arena more unhappy about this one, though, than even that LAFC game. At least in this one, the Revs got a point, though.
Yeah, that's the positive out of all of this. We probably didn't deserve the point, to be honest with you. We were dominated in the second half. Our inability to get around the ball, our passing was very poor, and it took a tremendous goal by Carlos Gil to get us a point. So hopefully, this is one of these games during the season that probably every team has. They have a bad game and you generally lose and you move on. We're fortunate to get a point, so I think that's a positive. Hopefully we can learn from tonight and be a better team on Saturday when we go to New York.
Yes, New York and NYCFC. It's been a brutal season thus far for Nick Cushing's club. 14th out of 15 teams in the Eastern Conference, but they always give the Revs a hard time, even this season when they came into Gillette when the Revs were rolling and got a 1-1 draw. Given that they've gone winless in the first 2 games of this 3 and 8 day stretch, the Revs should go into Yankee Stadium looking hard for 3 points. They spent much of the season in first or second place, but now find themselves in 4th. Although, just 2 points separate the Revs from second place Nashville and third place Philadelphia. Easier said than done, though. NYCFC always a tough matchup for the Revs, and when you consider that NYCFC hasn't won a game since April 22nd, you can bet they're going to be looking hard for 3 as well. It's going to be a matchup of teams that know they can play better. Carlos Gil certainly knows his club can.
Yeah, obviously, I don't know if any team in this league with these injuries, important players, we can win many games. You know, it's many injuries, so yeah, it's hard. Obviously, we are a team. If we want to be a champion team, we need to continue pushing. Doesn't matter that who we are on the pitch, you know, but obviously it's always hard.